Yo, this, and even this are all real chess games that were popular in the past. We're gonna go from the simplest chess-like game to the craziest one. Let's go. This is Chaturaji, Indian chess for 4 players. The pieces are very similar to normal chess. King moves like chess king, knight like chess knight, elephant like chess rook, and boat moves like boat. It jumps diagonally over one square, because we all know how boats like to jump. The goal of the game is to collect as many points as possible. There are also several funny rules. The piece that a player can move each turn is decided by a dice throw, making it a game of luck. But you can also play it without a dice. Whoever moves a king to enter the original square of another king is said to have gained a sinhasana, taking control of both armies. And this one is my favorite. When a boat moves such that a 2x2 square filled with boats is formed, it captures all 3 boats of the other players. It is called boat triumph. Evidently, they had very strange boats in India. But enough of this puny 8x8 chess. We are talking real stuff here. This is courier chess. It was rather popular in Germany for around 6 centuries. The rules are very similar to normal chess, with the addition of new pieces. The sage moves like king, but can be captured like a normal piece. This one is Schleich, also known as fool, thief, jester, smuggler, spy, or trull. It moves one square orthogonally. And what do you think this is? A bishop? Have you even seen the name of the game? It is obviously a courier, and this is the bishop that leaps one square diagonally. At least this time they didn't call it a boat. Other pieces move roughly the same as in normal chess, and the starting position for some reason looked like this. But other than this and having 7 different names for a piece, the game is quite boring. But now we are talking real stuff. This is Grant Astrex. As pieces we have Crescent, a Grave of Heretics, and a unicorn. Obviously this is Spanish chess. Where else can you meet a unicorn? But jokes aside, the pieces are really interesting. Anka moves like this, Unicornio moves like this, Lion moves like this, and Giraffe like this. You also have Crocodile and Rook, that move like classic Bishop and Rook. So the range of movements are much larger compared to normal chess. This actually makes the game both more complex and interesting. It was also sometimes played with a dice to decide which pieces can move each turn. But what if someone wants to play in company of 4 people? As we all know, the most social guys are Russians. The fortress chess was played in Russia in the 18th and 19th centuries. They probably used a scoring system to determine the winner, like in other 4-player chess variants, and the pieces moved the same way like in normal chess. But just imagine how cool this board with fortresses would look in real life. Sadly, they didn't have a camera in 18th century, and the game isn't popular at all nowadays. But all these games are still too similar to chess. We need to open our minds for something new. This is Guess, like Go plus chess. Guess. The game is played on 18x18 board with 43 stones on each side, but these stones are not the pieces. A piece consists of a 3x3 grid of squares, which is called a footprint. Each piece can move as determined by the stones in its footprint. Each of the 8 surrounding squares determines the directions the piece can move. And if the central square is unoccupied, it may move up to 3 spaces. If it is occupied by a stone, it may move any number of spaces. So this can move like a rook, this one like a bishop, and this one almost like an Indian boat. I really don't know why I think the Chaturaji boats are so funny. I am sorry. The game is crazy in terms of complexity, because every move you need to think about every 3x3 footprint on the board. This makes both visualization and calculations way harder. You can try it on playguess.com, but this is still a mere 2-dimensional game. Let's add a little bit of complexity. This is 5D chess with multiverse time travel. The pieces are the same as in normal chess, but here they can also move to the past, creating a new timelines. Pieces also can move to different timelines. For example, Knight can jump 2 spaces in a board and 1 across the timelines. These mechanics allow peculiar tactics. For example, you can mate by checking the king in the past, as it is impossible to move it. Or you can have multiple kings on the same board. You can create as many timelines as you want, which makes it impossible to keep track of every possible move. You can try playing it on Steam to understand how mind-bending it really is. And now comes the largest physically playable chess variant ever, the Taikyoku Shogi. The board is 36x36, and each player has a set of 402 pieces of 207 types. The players must remember 253 sets of moves. The game was rediscovered in 1997, and some of the rules may be wrong, but if you want to learn to play this, I will just leave the list of all the pieces here. And the starting setup here. Look what I found. This guy moves like an Indian boat. Like and subscribe, and ciao.